Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? It's 7:32 in the morning in Chicago. It is 7th of May. 7th of May. What do we got? We got back up into the highs, guys. All right. Can push, push, push. It doesn't look like they're going to stop at any point right now. So up to 700 to 736.13. Just put that high up there on the 4-hour. Comes back inside a little bit, looking for continuation to the upside. My numbers for SPX today are 7,400 to the upside, and I'm like 7310 coming back down on the SPX. All right. I called 7,400. We're gonna be hitting it pretty close here. Excuse me. We got up to 73.69, 73.69. All right, so 7,400 before any kind of pullback. Might never be a pullback. I'll tell you the way those markets are. All right, so there's your SPY. Here's your diamonds. Back up to 500 now, 45, 500 spot 45. It's all been led by industrials, XLI. That's been a big handle in it with the gapper day up yesterday. All right, XLB is starting to get back in the game because you're starting to see gold starting to come back up. You're starting to see silver come back up a little bit there. All right, so XLB, a little bit better there. The utilities kind of fell off for us a little bit with the 2-2 down. I don't see this getting back up as quick right now, but we'll wait and see what the utilities will have to say. All right, so XLU kind of fell off a little bit. XLE, crude just a little bit lower here again this morning now. So you had the gap down yesterday on XLE, and we're taking it down from there, okay? So 56.69. We're down to 56.06 right now. So we're getting a gapper down on XLE. Energy continuing to go down with the utilities, okay? We know that the discretionary is better. Let me get that month up. All right, so there's your month on your discretionaries, cooking the inside month here. All right, don't wait too long; it will get out. All right, 212 back up yesterday, and now coming in this morning, sitting at the highs at 120.87, taking day up. All right, 120 spot 80 does take a up. So discretionaries, we're gonna dissect that group, man, and find out. If you're lagging, then you're staying lagging. All right. If you're moving to the upside, you're gonna just have to keep pushing with these stocks if you wanna stay on the ride. All right. There will be a pullback, and it probably will be small. I wouldn't be expecting anything too big on a pullback either. All right, there's just too much strength in this market right now. All right, so a couple names that we could show you here. Tesla. All right, we were watching it yesterday. Couldn't get through that support level at 402. And now we're testing the 406 number. That's, I think, is the bigger number that we're looking for. So if it starts to get right, it's going to take month up, and then it's going to go. Okay? And probably with some very sharp pullbacks too. All right? So be aware of that. All right? There's going to be some pullbacks on Tesla. All right? But if you're so inclined, we'll see what happens. Today brings their higher already. This morning they're sitting at 406 right now. That is been a really exhaustion risk level. All right, so we're going to see if that becomes our support level, which easily could become. Glassworks in the news this morning here, partnering up with NVIDIA now. The stock is up over 300% over 3 years, maybe 200 and something percent over 3 years at Corning Glassworks. They used to make pots and pans. And there you go. All right, back up to the high on the month here. It's already kind of pulled back from the month from 195.81. All right, so we're trading at 186.80 on a gapper up today with a partnership with NVIDIA. NVIDIA, all right? So Glassworks in the news there a little bit. App loving here. App was a kind of a miss yesterday, put up a hammer on the day. Red hammer coming back up. $460. We're about $8 lower this morning. All right. So we're trading at 460 right now. So we're going to be inside day on App loving. All right. So App, not too much there. Celsius is in the news today. CELH. I think they had numbers. Celsius. It moved up exponentially to 36.16, but it gave it all the way back up, coming back to 33.37. So you are going to be inside day here on Celsius, and that was on earnings Celsius. All right. Snap is in the news a little bit. Snapper. Snap is coming back from the lower broad of the broadening formation on the 4 hour, trying to get back up. Kind of was 3-2 down. And this morning we're trading at 558, so we're lower, breaking down from 601. We break down lower from there. All right. I don't think I looked at the QQQs with you. All right. Gone, just solid gone. All right. I called it out at 688. It's busted right through there. I'm not going to keep guessing where these futures are going to go. We're just going to watch the broadening formations until they start to break. Meanwhile, you're just going to have to, watch the pullbacks. Know where your support levels are. We talk about that a lot. So you're going to need that more importantly now as we continue to cruise to the upside. All right. And if you miss on anything on this market, you will get murdered. Okay, understand that too. All right, so Snap a little bit lower. United Healthcare is popping back up with the healthcare, trying to get a little bit of it. It's all led by industrials to the upside. So XLI continues to move higher here, and there you go with the 2 up on the month now. All right, Cat Tractor, looking at that one here. What do we got on Cat this morning? 933, going well on its way to 1,000, going blasting through 1,000 probably on Cat. All right, going to rebuild everything. All right, so Cat Tractor 2 coming back down a little bit on the 4 hour. But Cat, all right, these have been the stocks that are moving. Emerson is one of those ones that we've been talking about. It's 2 on the month now. I think this thing is solid. I would be looking for taking to week up next week. All right, we got it. We got this thing where we want it to be now with the month right. All right, so we'll see how this week plays out. All those stocks we looked at here, I think this is going to be the time. All right, now, yeah, they've moved up. Yeah, when the market crashed in 1987, we lost 20% in 2 days. If you would have held on to that stock, now granted, it took until 2007. It took a while before we got back from 87, right? So 87, and then we got to get the next one until 01. All right, but if you would have held your stocks from there, it would have been with something where between 8 and 9 years, or 7 or 8 years before you get back. But then, boom. So when we're sitting at all-time highs and we're saying, "Oh God, they have to come back," and they do. I agree 100%. But I think that at the end of the day, we're gonna really have to watch how things are gonna transpire here. There's gonna be pullbacks, but I don't think they're gonna be big. I think there's gonna be these little. Like we saw it in 2025. We're going to get that little 3% pullback and then bam, right back up. All right. If earnings keep showing up, now banks are going to start. They're going to start deregulating some of these banks coming forward now. So that is going to come on to play too. So watch your banks right now. I wouldn't chase any of the other financials, but I think the banks themselves, I think they're victors for that. All right. So we'll see with anything there. I don't know. I just don't know what to say. All right, so sectors. That's why I'm just checking out the sectors here. All right, so industrial's good. We can get the XRT retail going. The discretionaries have been moving And now we got a 212 back up. We'll see if we can get some continuation on the upside to see if we can get retail. Retail's been a little sketchy, and there's a lot of discretionaries that are not up to snub as well. All right, so we'll see as well. All right, so XRT, we'll see if that can trigger back up, and then we would look at here's your banks, right? XLF. Definitely more deregulation coming, so this is good for the banks. All right, 2-1 inside here on the month right now. We'll see if we can get this 2-1 just to turn green at this point. All right, so banks kind of stuck inside there a little bit. XLV, just more and more troubles in the healthcare in America, I think. So we're moving here, but we're not busting out by anything. I think you're gonna have to watch on a stock by stock pick on these healthcare stocks. All right, so just be real careful with that one. All right, so XLB better today. XLK, obviously, it's gone. Silly gone, man. All right, but we're going to double, right? We're going to double. All right, from 169, we go to 230, right? 240, whatever it would be. All right, so XLK, better this morning here. I think that tech will continue to, but you're going to have to get really picky now on the ones that you want to be. I'm going to leave you with this. D-Dog. Look at this D-Dog this morning. DDOG, guys. Up 20% this morning on earnings on the D-Dog. Look at this thing, $182.63. This is the Cloudflare stocks. Are they going to pick up Salesforce on that news? A little bit here, up about $4 and change right now. See if Salesforce can join that party. What else on that Cloudflare? Qualcomm. That one already moved too. Already had its day on Qualcomm. All right, we'll see if anything comes of that. All right, Qualcomm, day upper yesterday with the 3322 back up. Back up to 192. This thing got away from us as well. All right, but we'll see. We'll see. If you're in there and you're holding, good. Watch for your earnings. Protect. All right, because the markets when the pullbacks come, it'll be sharp. Okay, just so you know that. All right, so Qualcomm on the Cloudflare, they should fare up pretty well just because of D-Dog up 20% today on earnings, and now you got Corning Glassworks partnering up with NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA needs to partner up with a lot more than Glassworks. I'll tell you that. All right, we'll see if that can get NVIDIA going here. I don't know about NVIDIA. I'm still the jury's out for me on NVIDIA still, so that's where I stand on that one. All right, so we'll see if Tesla can get up through these support levels or these resistance levels at that 406. Some of these discretionaries are good. Deckers is good. I think Deckers continues to go bit higher here. Target kind of fell apart, and Walmart fell apart. They're going to go on their time, not on ours, all right? So just keep an eye on them. I think this Uber made a nice move up to 79. I think she's going to probably come back inside. I don't see holding too well there. All right, A-Lab is down. Marvel is down. And Taiwan Semi is a little bit lower. They're starting to lift here on the overnights right now. So you're starting to watch the semis. I think they're better. And then the Cloudflare. And then you're probably going to get the move now with the CrowdStrike and that group now going to probably join the party too. All right. So see if CrowdStrike can start to trigger this coming back up. All right. And then I think I say Fortinet was in the news today. Fortinet, FTNT. All right, FTNT Fortinet, there you go. Nice day upper, $111.74 on Fortinet. There you go, earnings. Fortinet to the upside, $111.74. Do not chase that. See what happens. $178 on XL8 right now as I see it. All right. All right, so A-Lab and Marvel trying to come back up a little here with Time-Wide Semi and Micron. Micron was higher on the overnight, got up to 671.86. it's going to get more and more difficult to trade these very high price stocks. I gotta say, all right, there's going to be some more volatility in there. All right, so I'm going to leave you here with that. We'll see what this day brings. Netflix continues to do nothing. It's just dead. It's just dead. Netflix is dead. The patient is gone. All right, flatlined, dead. All right, so on that note, we'll leave it there. All right, be good, be good.